Namanda, 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 Namanda.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is D.I. Lewis, and I'd like to welcome you to this morning's combined Dharma family and Obon Hatsubon service. We will begin the service with a moment of quiet sitting. Reverend Kuwahara will ring the bell, and we will sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then he will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu.
Reverend Kuwahara will now lead us in the chanting of the Sambujo, which is on page 24 of the Purple Service Book, followed by the reading of the dedication. Reverend Kuwahara will then read the names of the persons who have passed away during the past year, and will ask the families of those persons to come up to Oshoko and light the Hatsubon lanterns, in memory of their loved ones.
Namanda Butsu. 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 如来入道上三へDedication. Today, on this occasion of annual Obon and Hatsubon service, we gather at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple to remember our family members and friends who passed away before us. The end of life is inevitable for all beings. We may recognize the truth of Buddha's teaching that everything in this world is impermanent. And yet, as we grieve the parting of our dear loved ones, we find it difficult to accept this truth in our hearts. With great compassion, Amida Buddha established a vow to lead all sentient beings to the realm of nirvana upon their departure from this world and bring about their attainment of the highest enlightenment and complete liberation from suffering in samsara. Because of this vow, they have now become enlightened ones, or Buddhas, who compassionately embrace and guide us on our journey to liberation from suffering. May we encounter the guidance of the Buddha and deepen our appreciation of the Buddha's compassionate benevolence. May we remember with gratitude all we have received from the deceased and reaffirm that we continue to spiritually receive the guidance within their embrace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. So now I am going to read the names of our Dharma friends who passed away in the past 12 months. And then family members of the person deceased, please come up to the front, and then Tara will assist you to light a candle in the paper lantern. Okay. You ready? Shizuko Doi. Masako Hane. Yasuko Harano. Arthur Ishida. Pei Mar. Georgie Matsunaga. Roy Mutobe. Ruth 大島、誠音、純佐野、三重子武田、友美土谷、Thank you, Hatsubon family members, to attend today's service. So now I would like to have sutra chanting Amida Kyo, which is on page 101. You can find a brief introduction, explanation of the sutra on page 101. And then the sutra parts start from page 103. So you are welcome to join sutra chanting Amida Kyo. Namanda Samanda. Amida Kyo. 行税我門一時仏在者へ国義樹期孤独を四大比丘衆1250人区海税大あらかん衆小知識長老舎利発マカモケンレマカカショマカカ千年マカクチラリハタシュリハンダガナンダアナンダラゴラ教本ハダイビンズルハラダカルダイマカコヒンナハクラアヌルダ尿税東初大弟子病床菩薩マカサツ文殊シリ法王子アイタ菩薩ケンダカダイ菩薩上昇人菩薩四尿税東初大菩薩牛釈大観音と無料商店大祝二次仏語長老舎利発十税財宝か十万の区仏道右世界妙圧極楽合同右仏語阿弥陀根源在説法舎利発非道学語妙意極楽合国修上無宿単樹昇楽光明極楽舎利発極楽国土七十蘭樹七十羅も 七十五十改税司法収租異尿税公被告妙案極楽舎利本極楽国土牛ポチ白毒水十万号中近代軍人根社富士四辺街道金言瑠璃ハリ五条上部老閣薬医金言瑠璃ハリ社公釈主名の人語直視市中蓮華大尿車輪小式小古王式王公釈式釈公白式白公二名高潔舎利本極楽国土上十尿税不読将軍右舎利本非仏国土上佐天学黄金二次中夜六時二万だらけ五国修上上位昇丹各位英国上昇妙家供養他方十万の区分即位直時現東本国凡時期行業舎利本極楽国土上十尿税空毒将軍武士舎利本非国上右修十奇妙雑式市長白光空弱オム舎利下領便が無名市長税商州長中夜六時水和芸音五音年長五根五力七宝大分八正道分尿税東方合同修上門税王に開始年仏年法年祖舎利本尿門医師長実税財宝少々小医者が非仏国土無三幕宗舎利本合仏国土小無三幕道司名が教宇治税商州長改税阿弥陀仏抑量法温泉流変化少佐舎利本非仏国土未風水道小法五十牛法ラモ水未妙音非尿百戦十学同時草門税王社開示年少年仏年法年相死神舎利本合仏国土上十尿税功徳将軍舎利本お尿意運が非仏が皇后阿弥陀舎利本非仏光明無量生じ報国無償諸下税皇后意阿弥陀う舎利本非仏寿命牛五人民無量無辺阿僧義公光明阿弥陀舎利本阿弥陀仏成仏以来王根実行う舎利本非仏無量無辺正門弟子海あらかん非税三十師匠の地消防殺種薬部尿税舎利本非仏国土上十尿税功徳将軍う舎利本極楽国土修上少者改税阿弥バチご中他う一生不生ご主人他非税三十章の知識単価無料無辺 阿蘇義公摂社利本修上門者応答本願願消費国消費者が特用尿税症状善人空営一緒社利本不可小前言福徳因年特消費国社利本脈善難自然用に門節阿弥陀仏修持名号脈一日脈二日脈三日脈四日脈五日脈六日脈七日一心不乱言輪臨妙十字阿弥陀仏幼少修上現在午前善人修持神父天道即徳往生阿弥陀仏極楽国土舍利本崖税理公正死言脈修上門税摂社応答本願消費国土舍利本尿が根者三段阿弥陀仏不可思議功徳逃亡薬阿宿美仏修味僧仏大修味仏修味公仏妙音仏尿税等合が社修正仏各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生界戦場実語尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年魚舍利本南方世界有日が当仏妙門公仏大円見仏修味当仏無料精進仏尿税等合が社修正仏各王合国水工上絶相偏風三千大先世界戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年行舍利本西方世界無量寿仏無量僧仏無量道仏大好仏大名仏発想仏上皇仏尿税と合が社修正仏各王合国水工上絶相偏風三千大先世界戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年魚舍利本北方世界有縁見仏最小音仏南小仏日小仏毛明仏尿税と合が社修正仏各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先世界戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年魚舍利本下方世界有志士仏妙門仏妙高仏達摩仏報道仏自法仏尿税等合が社修正仏各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先世界戦場実語尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年魚舍利本情報世界有本能仏宿能仏工場仏高校仏大円見仏雑式法系言神仏さら十王仏法系特仏見一切義仏尿修味仙仏尿税等合が社修正各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先世界戦場実言尿等修上等身税小三不可思議功徳一切小仏小五年行舍利本応尿意運河学校名医一切小仏小五年行 シャリホトニャク全南市全陽に門絶小仏小説名牛行名社税小全南市全陽人会一切小仏具小言大徳風大天皇阿のくたら三脈三宝大税公シャリホト尿と海と真珠が五牛小部小説異発脈に異発眼東発眼本発眼翼小阿弥陀仏国者聖上人と国府大天皇阿のくたら三脈三宝大王妃国土脈衣小脈根性脈東小税公シャリホ小全南市全陽人脈信者応答本願消費国土シャリホ尿が根者小三小仏不可思議空洞非小仏と薬小説が不可思議空洞二差前言釈迦無二仏の偉人な慶右指示のシャバ国土豪辱悪世皇辱権辱煩悩辱衆生辱名辱中毒阿のくたら三脈三宝大異小衆生節税一切政権南進司法シャリホン統治が王豪辱悪世行使南寺徳阿のくたら三脈三宝大一切政権摂氏南進司法霊人南仏摂氏教位シャリホ優勝ビク一切政権天人アシュラと文部諸説寛義真珠さらいにこ仏説阿弥陀経アマンダブアマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ願にしくどく平等性一切道本菩提心往生安楽ナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダー
Please rise, if you are able, to follow along with the Gatha Obon Obon, its festival day, which is on page 186 of the Purple Service Book. And please remain standing for the reading of the three treasures after. Now for the three treasures. I will now recite the three treasures on page 8 of the Purple Service book. Please feel free to follow along. The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we be absorbed ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves the supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even though through myriads of kalpas, hard it is to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine, now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. You may be seated. We will now have a Dharma message from Reverend Kuwahara.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. I think some of you, especially those who attended the last night Obon service, you must be tired. But it's nice to see your faces this morning too. あれほっはい。何番動物 Okay, so as usual, I'd like to begin my message reading this passage, How to Listen to the Dharma. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to the Dharma. I listen as if I'm listening for the first time. I listen as if the message is for myself alone. I listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's Obon Hatsubon service. So, as I said yesterday, we had an annual Obon and Bon dance at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple. Maybe some of you looking for yourself. Try to find your friends' faces. And I want to thank all of you who came and danced with us last night. And I also want to express my deepest gratitude, appreciation to everyone who helped the preparation for this event. yeah, not only Bon Dance, we had food sales too. So there are many, and then also getting a permit from the city, which we had a really, big difficulties this year. But well, we could make it. But thanks to your hard work, it became a truly wonderful evening gathering last night. 本当ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. So this year, we were even honored to welcome Mayor Ishii, Mayor Ishii to our event. So prior to the Obon dance yesterday, we had 5 practice Tuesdays and then Thursdays. And then last dance practice, I said, okay, so please come hungry. But actually, so many people came last night, so that we may not have had enough food for everyone. So if you are not able to get anything to eat, ごめんなさい, I sincerely apologize. I said, come hungry. So, this is a good headache. Next time, 2 years later. So next year, Berkeley Higashi will host the Bon Dance. So next year, 2025, maybe if we have a food sale, we could have more food to share, sell by people. Okay, so this is the quote for my Dharma message today from Shoshinge. So now I'd like to read this passage. If you can, one more time, please put your hands together in Gassho. My deluded mind obstructs my eyes, and I cannot see the embrace. Nevertheless, great compassion untiringly illumines me all the time. 煩悩証言水風剣大無権上昇が。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナモ阿弥陀仏。ナマンダ仏。ナマンダ仏。ナマンダ仏。So today is our 2025 Hatsubon service, the first Obon service for those who lost your loved ones in the past 12 months. So the paper lantern, ごめんなさい, behind the screen, but these paper lanterns are offered in memory of our Dharma friends who passed away in the past 12 months. In the Japanese Buddhism, Obon is one of the most important annual observances. During the Obon Bodhi practice, few people came to me and asked, Sensei, what is Obon? Because Obon dance practice, not only temple members, people from the community came and joined the dance practice. So some people came and then asked, what is Obon? So I prepared handout, I think small piece of paper, and it is about the origin of Obon, and then also dance too. So I hope most of you had a chance to read it before service. It's a kind of half-page short paragraph and then story. So this is the image of the small piece of paper. Obon originated from the story of Moggallana. So Moggallana is one of the Shakyamuni Buddha's disciples, closest disciples. And then also about his mother. This is a story about Moggallana and his mother. Because this story is about remembering loved ones. So like Moggallana, he remembered his mother. Obon has become a time of remembrance and also expressing our gratitude to the deceased or our loved ones, especially in Japanese Buddhist traditions. So in Japan, many people visit their family graves, cemetery, during the Obon season. And then, interestingly, in Japan, there are 2 Obon seasons, like mid-July and then August. So July Obon and then August Obon. Depending on this is more like a regional thing. But and then it's also like a Japanese Thanksgiving. So it's a kind of holiday or break time. So people go back to there and they see each other and then meet kind of family gathering. So this is my remembrance of the deceased, and then that's why to remember, express our gratitude. People visit gravesite. So speaking of my gravesite visit, cemetery visit, so these are the pictures from last year's cemetery visit. So usually we have a cemetery visit to Sunset View and then also Chapels of Chimes in Oakland before the morning of the Bon Dance. But this year we are going to change the format. So this year we are going to have a cemetery visit after this service. So for those who wish to join us, let's go together. 一緒に行きましょうね. We provide a ride to the Sunset View Cemetery and then also Oakland Chapels of Chime. So then let me ask this question. Why do we go to the cemetery? Why do we go to cemetery? So the answer, I think, is very obvious, clear. It is to remember and then honor the deceased of our family members. And then it is absolutely true, right? But today, I'd like to reflect on this question from Jodo Shinshu perspective. So this is a picture of Jodo Shinshu style grave in Japan. This is, I think, last December, when I, went back to Japan and then walking around, my, hometown, and then I took a picture. As I said, I'm always looking for something to give my Dharma message. So that's why, maybe this is a good, I can take a good picture for, this obon or talk about the ohaka, grave site or grave. So I think it looks different from the gravestones we usually see in American cemeteries, right? So here we usually see the, gravestone, buried on the ground. But in Japan, like piling up, stones, cubic stones. But if you go to a Japanese cemetery in Kolma, maybe you can find those style of gravestone. So here in the red circle, the middle, kind of bottom of the grave. So these are the family names. And then family names is not curved on the tall, headstone. It's a kind of bottom side. And then instead, the words, this one, green circle, Namo Amida Butsu, 6 Chinese character, Namo Amida Butsu. And then this one, the other one, in the blue box, in Japanese we call Kue Isho. So these Buddhist phrases are written larger than any personal names, family names. Of course, not only all Jodo Shinshu graves follow this format, but many do. So, and this is, I would say, a unique feature of Jodo Shinshu tradition. I mean, so other Buddhist traditions, usually the headstone has a family name. But the Jodo Shinshu gravestone, usually Namo Amida Butsu Kue Isho. So if the purpose of a gravestone is for us to remember the person who passed away, why isn't their name written on the largest letters or on the headstone? So this is a very important question. So by the way, yesterday, July 12th, was my grandma's Memorial Day. Sometimes I mention my oba-chan, grandma. I was a grandma boy, and then so oba-chanko, yeah. And so it was meaningful for me that a Bon dance yesterday was held on that day, her memorial day. So every time I go to return to Japan, I visit her grave or Butsudan home altar to remember her. But what about my grandmother herself? So every time I kind of remember her and visiting a grave or having a service for Obutsudan home altar. So she passed away this world. And according to our teaching, she was born in the Puran, and then she became a Buddha. And then as a Buddha, she is now thinking of me, her grandson. And then she's providing me with a guidance. And then not only her, my grandfather who passed away, uncle and aunts who also passed away, they are doing the same thing. So during today's chanting of Amida Sutra, ありがとうございます. Thank you very much for joining the sutra chanting. So because of you, I can take a breath. So I really appreciate joining a sutra chanting Amida Kyo. So kind of second half of Amida Kyo, if you read the English translations, you find many names of Buddhas. The second half talks about the many Buddhas are praising Amida Buddha. So you could find the names of many Buddhas. So Mahayana Buddhist tradition teaches that there are, countless, many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So they, together with our, departed loved ones, constantly send us their wisdom, compassion, love, care, guidance, thought to us. But their thoughts, guidance, it's not a clear voice, but in a silent or unseen ways. So while we remember them on memorial days, they are constantly thinking of us, and they're always working to guide us. This means that each of us is, within the embrace by something much bigger than we can see or understand. So in the story of Moggallana, he tried to help his mother. Right? He worked so hard to help her, liberate her from the suffering of, realm of hungry ghost. And his mother was saved. She was a recipient of the kind of virtues or merit that the Moggallana, generated. And then she was saved through the, sincere effort of his son. And then let me ask this question. So in this story, are we more like Moggallana, like ascending or making efforts to save somebody? Or are we like his mother? So of course, we want to help others. But as people living in this world, filled with pain and difficulties, the world of samsara, receiving constant guidance, support, maybe we are more like Moggallana's mother. So let me return to this photo of gravestone. For someone with no connection to the person of the grave, I think it's just a stone. For some people, no connection, it's just a stone. For families, right, it is a place of remembrance. People go to grave and then remember, or honor or show our appreciation to the deceased. So this stone is not just a stone, special place for some people. But in Jodo Shinshu, we believe the gravestone is not only for us to remember our beloved ones, our deceased, but it is also a reminder of the voices and then guidance coming from Amida Buddha and then Puran. So the phrase, for example, kueisho, which is a part of the Amida Sutra, which we chant today. So kueisho, why we curve this words on the grave top, head gravestone. It is an invitation, calling to all of us in this world from the realm of nirvana. And then Namo Amida Butsu, this green one. Why do we have a Namo Amida Butsu on the top gravestone? It is when we recite Namo Amida Butsu, it is our voice of chanting. That's right. But it is also the voice of Amida Buddha calling us, or Buddha's calling us from the realm of nirvana, living in this samsara. So while we remember our loved ones at the cemetery, we are reminded that they, as the Buddhas, are embracing us with deep, compassionate vows or voices. So this is one kind of answer to the question, what is Namo Amida Butsu? So one way is, it's a kind of calling, voiceless voice from Buddhas or Amida Buddha. So today, I selected this quote from Shinran Shonin's writing. My deluded mind obstructs my eyes, and I cannot see the embrace. And then nevertheless, great compassion untiringly illumines me all the time. Even though we may not always see or hear, the guidance, embrace, wisdom, compassion clearly, the guidance of the Buddhas and our loved ones continues quietly, tirelessly, and compassionately. So I hope we can nurture, develop, cultivate our eyes, ears, or heart to sense it. All those guidance, voiceless voice surrounded us or directed to us. And then that kind of awareness, I'm sure, can help us live more meaningful and live deeply each day. And I would say, which is the life of Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, which is the Jodo Shinshu mindfulness. And then to do so, we come to the temple, listen to the Dharma. So again, thank you very much for attending today's service. This is my Dharma message for the Hatsubon, Obon service, my kind of focusing on the gravesite visit. And then also, this is my kind of invitation to let's go to the cemetery visit after the service. Hi. So now I'd like to read this passage one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. My deluded mind obstructs my eyes, and I cannot see the embrace. Nevertheless, great compassion untiringly illumines me all the time. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 はい、ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Reverend Kuwahara, for such a wonderful Dharma message today. Please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha on Doksan 2, which is on page 220 of the Purple Service Book. we would like to welcome the following guests. If you'd like, you can stand, wave a hand, shout out your name, whatever you'd like to do. Kai and Ren. Okay. Rose and Robin. Welcome. Saul, Ayaka. Yoshi and Mayumi. Yoshi and Mayumi are the little ones, I guess. Welcome.
Actually, they are, Ayaka-san is a former bishop of Sensei's daughter.
Ah, welcome. Patrizio, welcome. Makoto, welcome. And last but not least, the superstars. Reverend David Matsumoto, Diane, and David. Good to see you. Welcome back. We will now read the announcements that have been submitted. Online meditation and discussion. If you're interested in that, that will be on Wednesday the 16th at 7 p.m. And there's a sign-up link on the website. The BBT Dharma monthly online study session. That will be held on Wednesday, July 23rd at 6:30 p.m. And the topic on that day will be the teachings of the seven masters. There's a sign-up link as well on the website. The BBT Bingo Lunch. That must be a popular one. Thursday, July 31st at 11 a.m. in the social hall. Join us for bingo games followed by lunch hosted by our community outreach team. And of course, everyone is welcome to attend. If you need a ride, please contact the temple office. All about Obon. Thursday, August 7th, 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Berkeley Public Library North Branch. The program will feature a talk from Reverend Kuwahara of the Berkeley Buddhist Temple and dance demonstration and instruction from Yumi Hata of the American Bon Consortium. If you can join Yumi to demonstrate a few Obon dances, please let us know. And finally, Jodo Shinshu Center parking will be available next Sunday, July 20th. The gate will open at 9 a.m. and close sharp. Sometimes I hope it's not too sharp. At 9:30 a.m. Please arrive during this time to take advantage of the JSC parking for the Sunday service. Thank you.
So now I'd like to say thank you to all those who have today's service possible. And first, I'd like to say thank you to DI. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful chairperson, as usual. Yep. And then I'd like to say thank you to live streaming team for your help during today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました. Thank you. And then thank you, Emiko-san, and then Sangha Singers for the beautiful garsa today. ありがとうございました. I think Bradley hit that bit of taiko. Thank you, Bradley. And then thank you, Tara, for being here as a minister's assistant. ありがとうございます. And then thank you, July monthly group Toban, for preparing the refreshment in the social hall. ありがとうございます. Thank you. So as I mentioned, today we'd like to go to a cemetery visit after the service. Maybe I know you want to enjoy the refreshment after the service. So if you are interested in going together, maybe どうしようかな。maybe somewhere in the courtyard at the 11:15. So if we have a 40 minutes, I think it's enough for you to eat, right? And then get the food, enjoy coffee, and then see the courtyard at the 11:15, and then let's go together to sunset first. Okay. はい、ありがとうございました。So this concludes today's service. Thank you everyone who joined the service today in person and virtually. ありがとうございました。See you next Sunday.